Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My name is Abu Abdullah, and we are discussing the contribution of Muslims in science. Now, the topic is physics today. You're watching Real Islam TV. So, what are the contribution of Muslims in physics? The Holy Quran had awakened a spirit of inquiry among the Muslims, which was instrumental in their splendid achievements in the field of science, and according to a Western critic, led them to realize that science couldn't be advanced by mere speculations. Its only sure progress lay in the practical interrogation of nature. The essential characteristics of their method are experiment and observation. In their writings on mechanics, hydrostatics, optics, etc., the solution of the problem is always obtained by performing an experiment or by the instrumental observation. It was this that made them the originator of chemistry, that had led them to invention of all kinds of operators for distillation, sublimation, fusion, and filtration, that the astronomy caused them to appeal to divided instrument as quadrant and astrolabes. In chemistry, to employ the balance, the theory of which they were perfectly familiar with, to construct tables of specific gravities and astronomical tables that produce their great improvements in geometry and trigonometry. You remember that I have already given lecture on astronomy, on this geometry, trigonometry, mathematics, all these things. You can see my these lectures on YouTube, my channel, Real Islam TV. The Muslims developed physics to a high degree and produced such eminent physicists as Kindi, Jahiz, Banu Musa, Brunei, Razi, and Abdul Rahman ibn Nasr. Abu Yusuf ibn Ishaq, known as Al-Kindi, was born at Kufa in the middle of the ninth century and flourished in Baghdad. He is the most dominating and one of the greatest Muslim scholars of physics. Over and above this, he was an astrologer, philosopher, alchemist, optician, and musical theorist. He wrote more than 265 books, the majority of which have been lost, unluckily. Most of his work which survived are in Latin, having been translated by Gerard of Cremona. Of these, 15 are on meteorology, several on specific weight, on tides, on optics, and on the reflection of light, and 8 are on music. His optics influenced Roger Bacon. He wrote several books on iron and steel to be used for weapons. He applied mathematics not only in physics but also to medicine. He was therefore regarded by Cardan, a philosopher of the Renaissance, as one of the 12 subtlest minds. He thought that gold and silver could only be obtained from mines and not through any other process. He endeavored to ascertain the laws that govern the fall of body. Razi investigated on the determination of specific gravity by means of hydrostatic balance, called by him Mizan al-Tibli. Mizan al-Tibbi. Most of his works on physics, mathematics, astronomy, and optics were perished. In physics, his writing deal with matter, space, time, and motion. In his opinion, matter in the primitive state before the creation of the world was composed of scattered atoms which possesses extent, mixed in various proportions with the articles of void. These atoms produce these elements which are five in number, namely earth, air, water, fire, and celestial element. Fire is created by striking iron on the stone. Abu Rehan Bernai was a versatile genius who adored the Darbar of Mahmud of Ghazni, Sultan Ghazni. His outstanding achievement in the realm of physics was the accurate determination of the weight of 18 stones. He also discovered that light travels faster than sound. He has also contributed immensely to geological knowledge by providing the correct explanation of the formations of natural spring and artesian wells. He suggested that the Indus Valley was formerly an ancient basin filled with the alluvial soil. His Kitab al-Jawhar deals with different types of gems and their specific gravity. A voluminous, unedited lapidary by Betuni is kept in manuscript from in the Escorial Library. It deals with large number of stones and metals from the natural, commercial, and medieval point of view. Barlow Musa has left behind him a work of balance, while Al-Jahiz used hydrostatic balance to determine specific gravity. An excellent treatise has been written by Al-Naziri regarding atmosphere. Khazini was a well-known scientific of Islam who explained the greatest density of water when nearer to the center of the earth. Roger Bacon, who proved the same hypothesis afterward, based his proof on the theories advanced by Khazini. His brilliant work, Mizul Hakim, deals with the gravity and contains tables of densities of many solids and liquids. It also contains observation on capillarity, uses of aerometer to measure densities and appreciate the temperature of liquids, theory of lever and the application of balance to building. Chapters on weight and measures were written by Ibn Jami and Al-Attar. Abdurrahman ibn Nasr wrote an excellent treatise on weights and measures for the use of Egyptian markets. So this was about contribution of Muslims in music. In physics. So next my lecture will be contribution of Muslims in biology. Thank you for watching Real Islam TV.